Hi, my name is Jay Visser. I work here at JCS Marketing. Today I'm talking to Jason Scott, our publisher and CEO at West Coast Nut. How you doing, Jason?
Good, great.
Today we're just going to talk a little bit about what makes West Coast Nut West Coast Nut. So first question we get asked a lot is what makes West Coast Nut different from other publications?
Yeah, well, believe it or not, West Coast Nut is kind of somewhat the new kid on the block in the industry. We have been publishing for nearly a decade now. We started out with 3,500 growers, and we've grown and expanded over the years to over 15,000 subscribers. And so we really do have a neat story to tell, and it's been a phenomenal journey. And we've just kind of come into this space and really put on our leadership and our best efforts, and we've been really able to accelerate the brand quickly and be able to provide the industry some unique opportunities between our monthly publication, our newsletter, and our live and virtual events. West Coast Nut is the #1 publication for the tree nut industry. Nobody reaches more industry professionals than West Coast Nut.
That's great. That's fantastic. So knowing that West Coast Nut is different, why advertising it?
Well, because we have so many noteworthy things going on at West Coast Nut. From our editorial, we average 20 articles. The magazine averages about 80 pages per month. It gives you the most variety of any other tree nut publication out there. So bar none, we have the biggest variety of editorial research, articles, industry articles, expert articles, you name it. West Coast Nut offers it, and we do it at a scale that nobody else does. Our list is the most comprehensive list in the industry, so you are reaching everyone in the industry. But don't take my word for it. The Almond Board of California rents our almond list to mail their newsletter. They produce a newsletter that publishes 6 times a year, and we collaborate with them. We're very proud of that and honored, may I add, to be part of that journey with them and help them get those into the hands of almond growers 6 times a year. And so we're very proud of that and really enjoy that collaboration with them. But that gives you a good idea of some of the noteworthy things. We also have been asked by the California Walnut Board to co-host the California Walnut Conference. And so I feel like that's another tribute to the success of West Coast Nut, is that we have these critical relationships with all the associations. They all submit editorial. And so because they know that their growers are reading West Coast Nut month in and month out. So I've always said that West Coast Nut, that the nut industry is a 12-month a year industry. If you play the tapes back, we're the first to actually publish 12 times a year. Other publications were not publishing 12 times a year. And to follow our example and to keep up with our aggressive stance in the industry, other publications have increased their gatefold to try to keep up with West Coast Nut. So we are truly a leader, and we are the publication that connects advertisers with the tree nut industry. We have over 7,000 almond growers, 4,000 walnut growers, 1,000 pistachio growers. We also reach the California pecan industry and hazelnuts on the West Coast. So we're very comprehensive. We also lead the pack with CCAs and PCAs, I might add. So any way you slice it, West Coast Nut has the best option for you, with whether you're trying to reach almond growers or PCAs or processors, right? We have the highest, most comprehensive list in the industry.
Well, that's a lot of great information. I'd like to dive into a little bit with you. What sets the editorial in West Coast Nut apart from other magazines?
Yeah, so I think we really take a leadership approach with the editorial. Again, we have one of the biggest varieties of tree nut editorial. We're a vertical publication, which means that all of our editorial is dedicated to the nut industry, right? Like some of the other publications that you might read may have one or two articles about tree nuts and then they'll talk about grapes or something else, right? This is so if you're a serious grower and that's what in the nut industry and that's what you want to focus on, you read West Coast Nut. So West Coast Nut offers all the latest research. We offer industry profiles. We offer a lot of just how-to articles. We're not really politically driven. We're more a how-to publication, and I think that's really our niche in the industry and what we do very well. And so growers month in and month out are able to read our newsletters, our magazines, and participate in our podcasts and our videos and our live events and our virtual events year in and year out. And so we really do have a unique contribution to the tree nut industry in a way that other publications don't. Nobody reaches out to the tree nut industry more than West Coast Nut in terms of content and editorial. And we have the biggest scope of writers and professionals. Collectively, we have decades of experience. We've got a very comprehensive team, editorial team. I am not shy about telling everybody that they're the best in the business, and they really are. Our managing editor, Marnie Katz, has had years and years and decades of experience. And Kathy and Cecilia and all the other freelance writers and associate editors and everybody involved are true professionals and are the best at what they do. Is been a big part of our success is having those key writers who really know the industry, know the information, and help crop consultants and growers grow more effectively in the tree nut industry.
So I guess it would be safe to say if it's happening in the tree nut industry, it's being talked about in West Coast Nut.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You mentioned nut growers. Can you talk a little bit more about the reach and the nut growers that West Coast Nut does reach?
Yeah, so each issue we reach the most tree nut growers, right? With over 15,000 subscribers, we reach over 7,000 almond growers, over 4,000 walnut growers, over 1,000 pistachio growers, and hundreds of hazelnut and pecan growers each month, and thousands of PCAs. So um, if you're in the tree nut industry, the lion's share of the industry is getting this publication. And so if you're trying to get a message out and you want to make sure that you're getting your cost per subscriber is going to be best spent in West Coast Nut. When you invest in other publications and not West Coast Nut, you can lose up to almost 30 to 40% of the industry if you take a hard look at the other media kits and the other publications. Why would you do that? Why would you miss out on that 30 or 40% when those could be paid revenue clients that can help you grow your business? So if you really want to make an impact on the tree nut industry, I'm all for a multi-channel and I understand that advertisers do need to advertise sometimes in other places, but West Coast Nut is your tier one publication because we're reaching the lion's share of the industry. And frankly, when you miss out when you don't advertise in West Coast Nut.
Well said. Very well said. Just want to finish up with, and you've touched on it a little bit in the interview, but I really want to give you some time to talk about why West Coast Nut is more of it's an actual thing and not just a publication. How big is West Coast Nut?
I am still humbled every day by how much impact West Coast Nut has on our industry. Again, as I begin this interview, right, I talked about the 3,500 subscribers that we started with, and we went from that to the 15 plus thousand that receive it. West Coast Nut has become an institution. It is the Coca-Cola of the tree nut industry. We are the winning team. And I say that in a nature in which I understand the gravity of that, right? We take that very serious. We're very serious about printing a very professional magazine that is well respected, that is trusted and regarded for our industry, and we have a level of trust with our reader, and I think that goes a long way. Um, I think that West Coast Nut allows the industry to unite in the information that's being given, and we allow so many, you know, I used to put on the cover by the industry and for the industry, and that's exactly what this publication is. It is industry professionals contributing, whether they're with UC, their research, their associations. It is an industry effort, and I'm humbled by what it's become and the powerhouse that it's become for the industry. And so, if you're looking at getting a product out there, growing your brand, growing your business, it's going to be seen in West Coast Nut. It's going to be seen more often and more regular in West Coast Nut than it will anywhere else, because just by the sheer numbers, right? You're getting more opportunities to reach your target market with tree nuts than any other publication that's out there for California tree nuts.
Well said. Well said, Jason. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you for filling us in on West Coast Nut and what a difference it's made just in the industry. It's been a real pleasure to be able to speak with you.
Yeah, well, best of luck to all you potential advertisers. We really look forward to working with you. And as always, we promise that we will do our best to give you the number one service in the industry. And we're committed to building long-term relationships with our advertisers. That's why we see if you look through my magazines, you see return advertisers year in and year out. We have a very high retention because we are not one of those publications who just take your order. We're full service. We want to see you succeed because we believe that when you're successful, we're successful. So we look forward to helping you grow your business and help you become successful with the tree nut industry.
You're always available to talk. You guys can contact our office, and we're more than happy to talk to you about advertising opportunities and what we might be able to help you with.